Okay, so welcome back to part 2. So I'm going to run you through this. I've done a little bit of work on the flashing boxes, and it seems to, although they do pop up every now and again, they're not as bad. In fact, now they're not popping up at all, which is great. Those boxes, yeah, I don't really understand the cause of them, but yeah, I'll monitor them and see how it goes. But yeah, let's crack on to entering this form, seeing it is the main data gathering point of the information system. Okay, so the first thing you're going to do when opening the sheet and you've got your raw data from the field is you're going to select the date. Okay, so typically the default setting is the 1st of January 2013. Now to scroll across here is going to take you some time. So the best thing to do is just click on today. So you just click there and it'll bring up today's date. Then you can adjust to wherever you are, more or less, or the day you're entering data for will be in the month of today. So it's a quick way of getting close to the day. So let's say we want to enter last week Thursday's data. We click the 20th. Okay, the date's there. Okay, it's very, very important that the date is put in, as this all then collates together for the management reports, or it sorts the data accordingly for the management reports. Okay, the next thing you're going to do, and very, very boldly stands out, is this yellow cell over here. You need to put in the tractor number. We know that there's 4 main tractors that do the hauling out of the fields. There's DCF 1 and 2, which are, I think, are for stacks, and 3 and 4 are for ropes. Okay, so, but yeah, forget about the what do you call it, the alphabetical symbols, or I want to say numerals. Anyway, just only put in the numbers. So either 1, 2, 3, or 4. So in the instance we're going to put 1 here. You'll see immediately that the cell is no longer highlighted. Okay, your next step, and I know it's a little bit confusing, is not here, it's going to be here. So you're going to select the farm you're working on. Okay, so for instance we're working on Donnavale, down in the valley, and we're doing field number 15. Okay, we're going to select the particular employee. Let's just say it's Beatrice, and this is the important part of it really, is we the one sheet, and when I say sheet, it's this area over here. Each new sheet is has a whole new heading, a whole new homepage button, a new date, etc. This is one sheet. In fact, if we had to print this off, let me show you what it would look like. That's what a one page would look like for that particular day. Okay, let me just go back there. But so on one particular sheet you can't have both stacks and ropes on one sheet. You can have stacks and any of the other farm activities, or you can have a task or ropes and any other farm activity, but you cannot have stacks and ropes on one sheet. The reason behind that is because firstly, stacks are weight related, whereas ropes are meter related, and also there's some technicalities around the way we calculate the number of hauls out of the field. I'm not going to go into depth of how we got to this point, how I got to that point. I did nonetheless, and it does make sense. But just for the sake of using the system, I'm going to continue here. Alright, so this sheet we're going to do stacks, and I'm going to use, say, 5 employees as an example. Okay, so stacks. The next thing you'll see immediately, cool. These cells are highlighted. Now, these are your, I forget now, they're your empty recordings of the front wheel, rear wheel, and trailer in the morning and in the afternoon in tons. So don't do it in kilograms, do it in tons, please. So for example, let's say the tractor was 3, or let's just say 2. In the afternoon it was 2.5, and 2. Okay, that immediately calculates the average. Now for Beatrice, what did she do? Her ticket number is, enter it in. Okay, and it's important that this sheet is complete. Every single line item, no matter who the employee is, whether it's a field, the farm, the activity, it needs to be complete. You can't just leave things out for the sake of it, otherwise when it comes to the management reporting it doesn't pick up on the data. So it's very important that it is complete and the integrity is upheld. Okay, and then you're going to work out what the front wheel did for her. So let's just say it was also 3, 3, and let's say the trailer was 5. Okay, that's how much her stack was, and that's how much she made. So it calculates it out, the rate pops up immediately, and that's Beatrice done for that particular day. Okay, and for that particular stack. Okay, so immediately we know that one stack equals one haul, so it's calculated there, and we know that by virtue of the gross and by working out the gross, so the average less what Beatrice cut is going to give us the total tons cane extracted. Okay, so then again, now what's also important to note is that if we have 2 fields being cut on Donovan at the same time, it won't allow us. You're starting a new cane field, please start entries on a new page. Okay, so you need to go down and start on a new page. So one page is one field. Okay, do another employee. So it's this guy. Source cutting stacks. He's 1, 2, 3, 6. Just say equals 3, 3, and 5 as well. Or let's just say 5.5. Okay, so you got 120 bucks. Okay, I'm not actually going to do 5 employees. I'm only going to do 3 or 4. Okay, also in Donovan, but this guy, he's not, or this guy or this lady, this says Calestus, he is going to do, he's doing general farm activities today. Boom. Okay, there's no need to put in anything here. We know the rate for general farm activity is 74.50. That immediately comes in the cost for the day. Alright, so we've got 2 stacks that have been hauled out, 2 stacks, 2 hauls. Okay, so that's great. Okay, so that's pretty much the gist of it. Okay, there's nothing more to it really from a stacks perspective. I'll just run one more. So don't have to enter farm because we can do. It's going to be a sundry activity. Let's say it's Elliot, and Elliot is he's doing. He's gone to the shops. Okay, so we put him on shops there, so he's getting nothing. Okay, it's accounted for, so we know he's gone to the shops. Okay, and I'll illustrate why we put that in later on. It's because when we draw up the individual employee activity card, we can see exactly what he did. Okay, so that's stacks. Alright, so now our ropes cutters, let's say it's tractor number 3. Okay, and we are cutting on mustards, so we select mustards. In field number 2, employee is just by the way, just to illustrate, let's say I'm the employee. Oh no, sorry, this is a new system. I didn't save the last one, so my name's not in there, but I would be in there. So let me just quickly do it again, so we can go back to home, employee list. Just put me in here, Trent. Code 77. See, 77. Okay. Back to home. Field data input. April. And we want me over here because I'm working on ropes today. Go down to my name. On there. Okay. The activity that we're doing is I have to cut 100 meters today, so on the task